I'm presenting this video to show you how to properly load a Stella disc music box, no matter what the size is, whether it be everything from a 9.5 all the way to a 26-inch orchestral grand. I did see a video yesterday that kind of disturbed me on the way this 14-inch Stella that he purchased was being loaded and unloaded. I didn't mean any offense to that collector, and he did promptly remove the video, but I want to show everybody in the watching audience how to do it if they do own one, or if they are considering purchasing one and going to try to keep it and preserve it for as long as possible for their lifetime, and possibly, to pass it down to whomever in the next generation. So what I want to show you is the proper way to load it. Now I'm going to illustrate disc number 53, which is the Merry War Waltz by Strauss. It has quite a few projections, actually, that are very close on the bass side to not being plucked before the start of the disc. Now, as a collector of almost 20 years of owning this one, I have definitely gotten into the habit of pulling the star wheels forward, which I have already done. It's going to be very hard to see in the video, but the four that would need to be pulled forward are already pulled forward. So as I load the disc carefully and put it underneath the arm, it will catch those projections, and it will not make the projections, or actually the star wheels, bounce backwards and actually misfire the note, or just completely miss the note at all. That's the way you can possibly break teeth off in a Stella. This is a 14-inch model with all 126 notes. It's still intact and everything is still original in it. And it may not sound the best because it does have lead disease, like a lot of Stellas do, but everything does work in it. So the first thing I'm going to illustrate is that you put this arm completely straight so it's easier to load. And you do load from front to back of the machine every time. So I'm going to put this disc into view. I'm going to slide it under the bar, use the guide on the right side of it where the stop-start notch is, and gently set it underneath. As I'm doing this, I'm keeping an eye on the projections that I pulled forward for this disc alone, and they are all lined up so they will not be missed as the disc starts it and plays it. I have the drive wheels perfectly lined up into the holes into the disc, and then you gently put the arm down on the disc. Now I have a prototype start-stop mechanism on my Stella which does not work. It has never worked since I've owned it, and more than likely it probably did not work very long after the original owners had purchased it. So I have a jerry-rigged piece of packing tape that I've been using for the last almost 20 years that does work. It holds it in position, so you will see my hand come in and out of the frame to put this tape in. So now we're going to play the disc, and you're going to see and hear that it does not miss any of those notes, and you don't hear any extra clicking, and no damage to the combs, the star wheels, the dampers, or the disc itself. So here we go. Now to unload the disc, you do the same thing. You just do it in reverse. You lift the arm up carefully, like I'm doing, and you see it's in the neutral position, you just release the disc and you just gently pull it forward and out. Your disc is out of the way. You don't have any issues with anything getting pulled forward, doing any damage to any combs. And like I have to do with this, I have to pluck all the notes that I had to pull forward and then make sure that all my star wheels are all straight for the next play. And that's how you properly use a Stella disc music box in the 21st century to preserve it and make everything last on it as long as possible. I appreciate your time and your attention to this video, and thanks for watching.